How I was disvirgined by my late stepmom at age 11. My true life story. This is her story. Reason I am sharing this story is because I feel a lot that parents need to know to take care of their kids, especially in the polygamous setting. This is because some things will happen to some kids without informing their parents, and in the future it will affect them mentally, spiritually, and psychologically. My dad married 3 wives. My mom is the youngest, and she's the one living with him, but he gave the other 2 wives their house, different locations. You know, as a polygamous home, the first 2 wives were not happy my father married another wife, my mom. They made life unbearable for my mom after giving birth to me, a lot of spiritual and physical attacks, but we stayed strong. My dad loved me differently. When I mean differently, he loves me more than anything in this life. Though we share the same date of birth, and of all the kids he has, I was the only one he sent to private school. And his wives knew and became more jealous about all this. I think there is a reason I am still alive today, because my stepmother attacked me spiritually, and even physically. She brought poison drink for me. Unknowingly to me, I gave the drink to my little friend then, Tomto.I.P, because I was full already. After Tinat consumed the drink, few hours later, in the evening, he started vomiting blood and purging. He gave up the ghost in the hospital. It was later discovered that he ate poison, but no one knew where the poison came from, including me, though I was young and naive, because he ate a lot of things. Though we later knew it was my stepmother, that's like 7 years later. I will still discuss how we knew. So, sometimes ago in year 2006. It was during the 3rd term holiday. My stepmother, first wife, requested I come spend the holiday with her. Though my mom rejected at first because she felt something seems odd about it, but my dad ordered I should go, but my mom gave a condition that my younger brother would go with me, but my stepmother rejected, that it's only me she wants to see. This sounds really suspicious to my mom, but because my dad has already said I should go, she couldn't stop me. That is the beginning of my ill-fated journey. So I got to my stepmother's house and I was welcomed like never before. Her children, my step-siblings, who were by far older than me, were surprised to see me in their house. I was well fed and taken care of. The 3rd day of my visit, I remember her children were also planning to travel. So I was left alone in the house with her. I was very young, so I never thought of any evil befalling me. In the evening her friend came, and they both left me in the parlor and went to her bedroom. Few hours later, she came to call me to come eat my dinner. After eating, I became so weak that I couldn't move my body. So she carried me and took me to her bedroom. Though I didn't sleep, but I was very sick, and I overheard everything she was discussing with her friend about how she would use a substance to rub my dick before she can start anything with me. As soon as I heard this, I wanted to stand up and run, but I noticed I couldn't move my body. Then brought out the substance and said some incantations before you used it to rub my dick. Then she pulled her cloth and climbed me, and started doing it. I was just helpless and crying, and faintly calling my mom's name. As she was riding me, she was also chanting some incantations also. After she was done, her friend also climbed me and started her own. It was a very terrible experience. After they were done, my stepmother brought out a red handkerchief to clean my dick and gave it to her friend to do the needful. I was just lying down there helplessly and still crying. After the whole arrangements, she gave me a black substance in a bottle, to lick Yoruba call it, Aporo Ipie Ajibu. Few hours later, I was able to stand up and walk, but I was still weak. I went to the sitting room, then she came with her friend to meet me and told me that she threatened I mustn't tell anyone because we already had an oath with the sex. The following day, she took me to somewhere and bought a lot of clothes and shoes for me. Mumu me, I was even happy. The next day she took me back home. Immediately I got home, my mom knew something was wrong with him, though I didn't show it on my face or character. But she knew something wasn't right. She asked if I was maltreated. I said no. Though she never thought of the SXX part. But I kept saying no to every other thing she was asking me. My dad was also suspicious, because they smelled that something isn't right. Ever since then, whenever its stepmother comes to church service on Sunday, she normally buys things for me. Few months after, I started feeling sick every first week of the new month, and this has been happening continuously. My mom started getting worried that it can't be coincidence I get sick every first week of the month. And when I go for test, nothing will be detected. Sicknesses, I get weak, and can't move away from a place, and I also won't be able to sleep. So my dad and mom decided to take me to Abeokuta for herbal treatment since I can't be treated medically. When my stepmom heard about all this, she knew it was all because of what she did to me, so she planned to poison me again. We were supposed to travel to Abeokuta on Monday, so on Sunday my stepmom bought me a drink again and gave me to drink without giving anyone. She said it's a special gift for me. But because of proper home training given to me, that whenever I am given a gift, I should show it to my mom. So I decided to show my mom that my stepmom gave me a drink. My mom collected the drink from me and kept it. So she told me that if stepmom, asked if I have drunk it, I should say yes.